One thing is hard to find sometimes is where the Freemasons meet. And this week's Ask the Expert, we're going to look at Freemason activity. Let's have a look. Opening the doors to a centuries-old fraternity is Graham Ewan. With a special handshake, a wink and a nod, this Grand Master of the Freemasons takes us inside the Brotherhood. Our first question to the Grand Master comes from Teresa in Whyalla, South Australia, who asks, why do the Freemasons have secret handshakes?
Freemasonry dates back to the Middle Ages, when they were building the cathedrals and palaces throughout Europe and Great Britain, and they were operative Masons. They had secret handshakes and words that gave them acknowledgement to another palace that they were able to, and qualified to do a certain work in the building. As they improved in their skills, they got a further handshake and a word, and this enabled them to move from cathedral to cathedral. They were illiterate and unable to write, so they couldn't sign their names, and they carried these words and handshakes. We changed over the years as the building stopped from operative Masons to, as we are known today, to be free and accepted or symbolic Masons. The handshakes continued and the words continued.
Bob from Rosedale, New South Wales asks, have there been any famous Freemasons?
Freemasons come from the highest positions in life to the lowest. But within a Freemason's lodge, all men are considered equal, meeting on the level and parting on the square. Among the more famous of Freemasons is His Royal Highness the Duke of Kent, who is the current Grand Master of the United Grand Lodge of England. George VI, the father of our current monarch, was a Freemason, as were Edward VIII, Edward VI and George IV. There have been 15 presidents of America Freemasons, including George Washington. In Australia, we have 8 Prime Ministers, including the founding father of the Commonwealth, Sir Edmund Barton, the first Prime Minister. We have Sir Charles Kingsford Smith, whose apron is carried round this Grand Lodge at the celebration of Anzac Day, and the most famous Sir Donald Bradman.
And lastly, Mark from Strathfield, New South Wales, has always wanted to know what the Freemason symbol represents.
If we go back in ancient history and we start building temples, cathedrals and palaces, they're all done with architecture. You have an architectural plan drawn, and the chief instruments made use of in the formation of an architectural plan is the square and the compasses. In Freemasonry, the compass, as you'll see here, the compasses are given to the Grand Master as an emblem of his dignity, he being the head and ruler of the craft.
There you go, the secret handshake. Makes a bit